Have you noticed how things seem to not make much sense anymore? Well, we will explore why. In this series, we will be diving into any and all secret societies one at a time. We will break everything into bite sized nuggets so it's easy to understand. So let's get started. Today, we'll be covering the Bohemian Club. The Bohemian Club is a male only club consisting of political elites, CEOs, business leaders, military leaders, media moguls, artists, and musicians. There are 3 locations associated with them. There is the Clubhouse, which is located at 624 Taylor Street in San Francisco, California. There's the Grove, which is mainly what they're known for. That's located at 20601 Bohemian Avenue, Monte Rio, California. And then there's the lesser known Nathaniel Britton Party House. That's located at 125 Dale Avenue, San Carlos, California. Now, once a year for 2 weeks, they host a camping trip at the Bohemian Grove. This is where they'll have the cremation of care ceremony. What is the cremation of care ceremony? Well, they burn an effigy of care. They wear robes and costumes, use pyrotechnics, large bonfires. All this is done in front of a giant concrete statue owl, their mascot. There's also 2 outdoor performances where they have fancy set designs and a full orchestra. They refer to it as the Grove Play or hijinks and lowjinks. The history of the Bohemian Club goes back to 1878 when it was founded. It was founded originally by journalists, artists, and musicians, and mostly taking members from Berkeley and Stanford, but quickly grew out of that restraint. In 1878, the Grove was established, and then in 1881, the first cremation of care ceremony took place. And then 2 years later, the hijinks and lowjinks were established. Plays typically depicting the battle between Christianity and paganism. These plays were entirely original and created and put on by the members themselves. The next major event would be the creation of the Nathaniel Britton Party House in 1892. This was to be used as a place members could go for entertainment, and for a time was used as a hunting lodge. Today, the building still stands and is now part of the U.S. National Registry of Historical Places. By 1915, the original founding members were now a minority, and it was now controlled by the rich and powerful members. At this point, the club now revolves around bohemians or bon vivants. What that really means is almost up to interpretation even by members, but one thing that is widely agreed upon is the addiction to one of the 7 arts, that being life sciences, physical sciences, logic, aka mathematics, philosophy, history, social sciences, and the creative arts. Now, today, the most well-known aspect of the Bohemian Club is Bohemian Grove, often the club being simply referred to as that. The property of Bohemian Grove is approximately 2,700 acres, with an annual attendance of 2,500 people. Now, these people are not all members necessarily, as members are allowed to invite a guest. The area itself, though, is completely closed off to the public and is guarded by armed guards, high fences, and patrolled by military helicopters. Why so much security? Well, that's because today Bohemian Grove is attended by the who's who of our time. Notable members are Clint Eastwood, Henry Kissinger, Richard Nixon, Ronald Reagan, both are presidents, Mark Twain, the famous author, and the list goes on. The Bohemian Club made headlines when the documentary Dark Secrets Inside Bohemian Grove was released in 2005. The documentary followed Alex Jones as he sneaks his way into the cremation of care ceremony. Good luck if you want to find it, though. It's been scrubbed from YouTube, but if you really try, I'm sure you can find it. Alex recorded the ceremony and members before leaving. The ceremony is off-putting to some people, so buyer beware. So now let's get into the juicy bits about Bohemian Club. Let's talk about the conspiracies real quick and its accusations. So we'll start off with the owl. It's a 40-foot concrete owl that is the center of all this, and it's where they do the cremation of care ceremony. They refer to the owl as Moloch. Now, anyone who's into history or religions will know that Moloch is actually biblical and originally was a bull. So maybe they got that part wrong, or maybe not. The effigy itself is confirmed to be a bundle of sticks made to look like a child, and when the ceremony does take place, they play sound effects of it screaming. Another thing, in its early years, the Bohemian Club was said to bring in a large amounts of prostitutes, both male and female, and hosting massive orgies. And to this day, it's still accused of having rampant homosexual behavior between members. Richard Nixon, on the Nixon tapes, flat out says it's a gay orgy, although he uses more inflammatory terms. But I'll play that clip at the end of the whole video. Another major thing with the Bohemian Club is they share members with the Skull and Bone Society of Yale University, which some people have accused of being a death cult. But these guys will get their own video. Now, why do they do this? Well, it can be a few reasons, but the most commonly agreed upon reason is if they do this with each other, then everyone has dirt on someone else. So it builds this like unbreakable loyalty with each other. But in any case, all that stuff is just speculation. I hope you enjoyed our quick glance over the Bohemian Club. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you want to see more videos like this one. See ya.
But the upper class in San Francisco is that way. The Bohemian Grove that I attend, on time to time, the Easterners and the others that come there. But it is the most faggy goddamn thing you will ever imagine. The San Francisco crowd that goes in there. It's just terrible. I mean, I never want to shake hands with anybody in San Francisco. Really? Well, it's a different set of values